Vegan, 'cause world vegan, world peace, we all need.
Each of Master's disciples has similar, different, or more inner spiritual experiences and/or outer world blessings. These are just some samples. Usually we keep them to ourselves as per Master's advice.
با سلام خدمت استاد عزیزم، منجی جهان و بشریت و سلام به تیم سوپریم مستر تلویزیون. میخواهم برای همه بینندگان سوپریم مستر تلویزیون اهمیت مدیتیشن جهانی برای جهان وگان را تاکید کنم. امشب در مدیتیشن جهانی متوجه شدم که همه افرادی که در این مراقبه شرکت می کنند توسط خطوطی از نورهای انرژی به هم متصل می شوند. این انرژی متراکم کل زمین را پوشانده و به تدریج بزرگتر و قویتر و روشن‌تر می شود و این انرژی قدرت استاد است که باعث بالا رفتن و پاکسازی جهان می شود. در این مدیتیشن 2 کانال بزرگ نور عمود به زمین دیدم. یکی انرژی درخواست‌های ما برای اطلاع جهان بود که در حال بالا رفتن بود و به آسمان‌ها و جهان‌های بالاتر متصل بود و دیگری کانال کمک بهشت برای نجات جهان بود. در این کانال انواع داروها، واکسن‌ها، اختراعات جدید و غذاهای جدید برای جایگزینی محصولات از اشخاص حیوان شناور در نور وجود داشت که به زمین می آمدند تا جهان وگان را با انرژی متحول کنند. آرزو می کنم که این مدیتیشن هرچه سریعتر صلح جهانی را پدیدار کند. مینو از استرالیا.
Dear viewers, I would like to share a story from when I was young. I lived in the mountains and rarely had a chance to eat meat. I didn't watch much TV and had no internet at all. One day after I ate meat, I had a terrible dream. In the dream, someone grabbed my feet and stepped a hook into them. I just wanted to tell them how painful it was, but the way they hung me upside down made me vomit. And there was a line to move me ahead. I saw my fellow beings crying and feeling panicked. I also felt scared. Then someone just killed me. I felt so weak and in pain. The next day, I asked my parents, "How do you kill the animal people?" They didn't reply, but I was so frightened. When they put meat in my bowl, I hid the meat at the bottom and threw it away, but I still had uncomfortable feelings while I slept. Years later, I was so shocked when I saw the horrible process of killing pig people on TV. It was the first time I saw that, but I've been there before in my dream. I believe that the meat you eat contains the memory from the animal people, and all the fear is inside the meat. It was really hard to control my temper when I ate meat. One just feels angry and depressed without any reason. I really wish that all of you will understand what I've experienced. Being a vegan is really the best choice in life. VI榎 from Taiwan, Formosa.
师父对徒弟的这种保护，那种大爱心，这个是没话说了啊。在七股印心的时候，他如果这个求印心的同修，他有劣势的这个因果业报在，师父为了救他的这个身体宇宙的灵体，他一摸到他的智慧眼的时候，占据在这个求印者的肉体上的会跑出来，他跑出来就会往师父的头部、脸部、背部一直打。他用性命去保护这个 那个是虽然是无形的，他打到师父印完心，真的都是瘫痪了一样这个是我亲眼看到的所以我非常非常心疼这个师父为了徒弟的印心这样牺牲。
Vegan, because we remember what the saints taught us.
Each of Master's disciples has similar, different, or more inner spiritual experiences and or outer world blessings. These are just some samples. Usually we keep them to ourselves, as per Master's advice.
There was an old gentleman from Taiwan. He's initiated for 18 years. It must be the first one. Oh, it's you, right? Actually, he's a very important guy in another group. You know, the Yiquan Tao? Yes. He followed Yiquan Tao 50 years. He also practiced another Taoist, for 24 years. And then he was with me 18 years, finally. The last part of his life is TI谊
18年前那我老子就叫我跳海18年前老子知道我老子
懂
叫我跳海了
这样子
我师到成功了做身体没有用了我去台北的金沙班一跳下去的时候石头中间在流血流得不得了我回来了回了3天后然后老子跟我讲你要跳不死了要去淡水河然后清水那个水就滚那里跳我去看看你跳不死
你不懂
后来回来后来时候就7天后然后老子告诉我你上面一定洗一洗就好了过1年多知道我们青海师父跳青海不是跳海
And after that, he still doesn't understand what Lao Tzu tell him to do. And Lao Tzu appeared to him again and told him that he has to prepare some photo of himself. Photograph, yeah. And he still doesn't know. He prepared photos and waited. Lao Tzu passport photos for initiation. He still doesn't know what's going on. And 1 year later, after he knows me, my name Qinghai, then he realized, this is a pure water ocean, yeah. And then he also, know what the photo is for, and he got initiated.
The most respected Supreme Master Qinghai and beloved Supreme Master TV team. Thank you for your love and selfless dedication. I am extremely grateful to the grace of God and heaven. With the practice and meditation, I recalled more and more details about my reincarnation this lifetime. After the end of my last life, I went back to a place. I had a lot of familiar friends there, but they were trapped in that place so that they couldn't come back. I felt sympathetic and sad for these soul friends because they were trapped in this hell-like earth for a long time. Wouldn't it be better if I could do more or redouble my efforts to help them? When will this human prison end? I thought. At that moment, God appeared before me with a strong light. The light was so bright that I could not see his face. I only remembered his brilliant light, which I could not describe. It just softly penetrated my soul, I knew his was the omnipotent God, who was known to everyone in the soul world. God said to me, "Do not grieve, my child. Would you like to try again?" I bowed my head and agreed, and what followed was some selections and preparations before reincarnation. When everything was ready, I suddenly thought of the vast sea of people. Where should I go to find you or a master in this life? I knew very well that without the guidance of a living master, the soul will be trapped in endless karma on earth and will never return home. God said to me, "You can't find me, I'll find you." The next part was my reincarnation. I was falling into a tunnel and it felt like bungee jumping, accompanied by an angel in charge of the reincarnation. I arrived at a hospital. My mother had a difficult labour because of my delay, and the medical staff were preparing to help with the birth using an instrument. I heard the medic say, "What's happening? Look at this instrument making the child's head swell." A wave of light enveloped and let the baby get out of the womb. And then I, my soul, got inside this baby. It was so painful that I fell into a coma, and that's how I started my life. Please do find me. It was a phrase that had come up in my dreams all these years before I saw Master's picture. The truth about soul reincarnation is not only widely mentioned in near-death experiences and past life hypnotherapy, but many scientific studies have also demonstrated the existence of casual reincarnation. Each of us has taken the role of a soul entering a different body, and Supreme Master Ching Hai is the identity chosen by the only Almighty God in the universe in this lifetime. This was 100% confirmed the moment I saw the picture of Master in this life. Supreme Master Ching Hai is the God who spoke to me. She has been giving so much to the universe and humans. The greatness of God is beyond our imagination and deserves the infinite awe, respect and love of all living beings. Every word she says is true, and you will know it when you experience it yourself. Another truth I have to mention is that animal people are also bodies entered by souls equal to ours. They have the same emotions and feelings. We humans have no memory of our previous lives, so we don't know what kind of bodies we have ever entered. A vegan diet is the most basic step to stop the reincarnation from blood debts and to return to the home of the soul. The highest heaven will not accept a soul that has the blood of another soul on his or her hands and mouth. Returning to the soul's home is not a simple thing. If it were that easy, you and I wouldn't be sitting here today. Only through the right way can we achieve it. My dear friends, please wake up quickly. Don't waste this lifetime. In the next life, you'll forget everything just like you do now. In the next life, you may not be able to be human again. In the next life, even if you are a human, you may not find a true master. In the next life, even if you find a master, it is also difficult to return to a higher spiritual home once you do not cherish your practicing time. You don't belong here. Let's go to our home together. From a friend who missed you from afar, Felix from the UK.
师父给予弟子们的保护，从2020年开始，已经过了2年多了，新冠疫情还没有结束。很多人都去打了疫苗，而我坚定地相信修行人是不一样的，所以我没去打疫苗，而是更加专注于修行。2021年6月初共修时，入定中上帝让我看到对修行者的保护，在身体之外有5层美丽的保护罩，每一层都发着光， 第一层如薄如蝉翼的纯白色丝质样衣服天生穿着，第二层软软的像乳胶海绵般的衣服穿在第一层外面，第三层像坚硬如钢铁般的纯黄金色铠甲，发着耀眼的光芒，护佑着身体。前三层如衣服样穿在身上，第四层是一圈耀眼的光环，不停地围绕着我们的身体转动着。第五层是衣服在第四层光圈上闪烁着灵动的火焰，围绕着身体一圈。光环和火焰圈不分彼此的相互依附着，光环的亮度和颜色以及火焰的光芒和能量跟随个人自身修行高低而不同。当念五声号时，火焰与光环的光放射性地向外扩散着，一波一波地扩散着。我们每天都被安全地保护着，只要专注、坚定、认真地修行。感恩师父给予的加持和恩典，感恩万能上帝加持爱护，感恩天使们的护佑与守护。师父，徒儿想您了。徒儿挚友，来自中国。
Since the war in Ukraine or Ukraine started, at some moments, I could feel I was in their situation, with shortages of food and water, no electricity, and helplessness. There is nothing much I can do but only pray for them. Master once said we practitioners are powerful. We could move mountains and empty the seas. In one of my visions during meditation, I could see the white forces surrounded by dark forces. Angels were helping in all directions, and several of us were standing in line defending against these evil forces. We began to recite the holy names and the holy gift, and gradually, the dark forces scattered and disappeared. I could also see heaven helping the Ukrainians or Uranians in every way, like making Russian bullets disappear into thin air, shaking the earth, cracking it, and making their vehicles difficult to maneuver, and their air missiles fly into thick clouds and disappear. Our prayers are very powerful. It helps in every way, even when we are far away. It's saddening to see what is happening to the helpless Ukrainians or Uranians now, and no country is helping them. I hope the war will end soon, and the Ukrainian or Uranian people will reunite with their family members. Russia, please go home. Yao Guan from Singapore.
Vegan, winner of the war against evil.
2019年夏天，我去了四川省甘孜地区的五明佛学院、朱日神山、贡嘎雪山、冰川高原等地旅行。那段时间，我带着天视中道，我给天视中道另取了一个名——安塔卡拉之药。在五明佛学院山顶灯塔打坐时，内在看到一座神奇的雪莲花山，慢慢的由远至近来到我的面前。安塔卡拉之药中道，自己突然飞向了那朵雪莲花一样的神山花蕊心，那朵雪莲花瞬间盛开绽放，发出耀眼的光芒，五光十色的，且闻到那阵阵花香。伏藏之门竟然自己开启了，弥勒佛纯素者出现在空中，弥勒佛与师父的法身相合一，太多的佛菩萨显化同来祝贺。 在四川芦霍县玲珑古寺，进到寺内，看到法王如意宝素食者的画像，他突然从画像上笑呵呵地向我走来说：“一直在等候你们的到来。”玲珑寺旁边的山中，尊贵的主莲花生大士素食者和密勒日巴尊者素食者修行过的山洞还一直保留着，那里有缘者还能听到阵阵的内在天堂音乐声、诵经声、天鼓声。在玲珑古寺面向山谷而站时，面前出现了13个不同形状和形态的大门，伏藏之门竟然显现出来，伏藏法宝一个个展现。我聚精会神，专注地看着。无上天鹅用灵魂看，师父的家、合一、庄周梦蝶、春天永驻、觉醒等等，这些都是师父设计的天使啊！这些天使一直漂浮在空中，不停旋转，变换方向，变换形态，展示着天使另外一个层面的美好，让我看得离不开眼睛。伏藏法宝可使人不舍肉身，直接前往清净刹土，并且可以让科学界人士等等众生亲眼目睹具有实质性的天堂的奥秘。真诚希望得以请到师父天使的圣人们，请让这些天使天天随着你走在路上，让更多的人看到并且受益。感恩师父为地球及人类做出的奉献。徒儿文心，来自中国。
Vegan, one more road is built to heavens.
Each of Master's disciples has similar, different, or more inner spiritual experiences and or outer world blessings. These are just some samples. Usually we keep them to ourselves as per Master's advice.
For more testimonies free for download, please visit suprememastertv.com/2-heaven.